In this video, I'm going to talk about why competing with other men lowers your value as a man. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I recently dealt with a situation where this guy was dating this woman and he found out that she had other men who were also, surprise, surprise, interested in dating her as well. So he's thinking, look, these other guys around, there's this competition. How do I win? How do I beat these other men? How do I essentially eliminate the competition so that she chooses me over these other men? What do I need to do to improve my value? What do I need to do to get rid of these men and get rid of these threats? Should I call her out? Should I say that if she talks to these other men, I'm not going to speak to her again? What do I need to do to demonstrate my higher value so that she chooses me? Now, before we get into how to fix this situation and how to raise your value, it's important to understand this concept that if you try to compete with other men, that automatically lowers your value because you're putting yourself in competition with men who you perceive to be a threat. You don't need to compete with men if you don't perceive them to be a threat. That's where it's a little bit counterintuitive, and that's the trap that most men fall into. Most men will see a situation where, okay, they're dating this girl and they find out there's another guy in the background. And so they want to go head to head with this other man. Sometimes they want to fight the guy. Sometimes they want to confront him. Sometimes they want to confront the woman and give her an ultimatum. But all of these reactions just show the girl that you are intimidated by the prospect of another man, that you feel like you have to compete, that you might not be worthy enough, so you have to fight to hold on to her, as though your value in itself isn't high enough to keep her. You should act and behave as though your value is automatically high enough that you're not even worried about any competition. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who comes along. It's irrelevant. You remain indifferent no matter what. Now, I base this on something which is called the Handicap Principle. This is something that's been seen in the human and animal kingdom, where humans display high value through nonchalance and indifference. By not choosing to compete, a man is telling the woman and other men around him that my value is so high, I don't need to compete. Could you imagine someone with really high value trying to compete with you? It would look ridiculous. It would look stupid. If somebody who's really high value tries to compete with you, they lower their value. The same is true when I've dealt with men who are high profile. These men also fall into that trap where they try to compete with other men, thus lowering their value. It's a big mistake. This all, of course, is based on the theory that high value men don't need to compete with other men because their value is so high that, well, women are just going to choose them. They have that confidence, that self-belief that women are going to choose them naturally. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Have you dealt with this problem before in your life? Have you had a situation like this which you want to share? I'd love to read all the comments and see what you guys are up to. And if you want to know more about this, I highly recommend you get a copy of my book, Atomic Attraction, which is based on over 120 scientific studies. And until the next video, I'll talk to you soon.